Hello.
Hi.
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Coffee.
Coffee.
I'm Abby,
And I'm Becky.
and we are a part of the Bead Place.
Mm-hmm.
We are a brick and mortar bead and yarn shop in the St. Louis area, as well as an online retailer and wholesaler of beads, jewelry supply, fiber art supplies,
All kinds of fun
all
stuff.
kinds of supplies. And today we are continuing working on our monthly fun pack project. So last night we opened up this month's fun pack. It is watermelon themed. And Becky started on a beautiful wrap bracelet, and I started working on a pendant. Um, we are going to quickly go to hand cam so that she can show you those things while I share some links. So,
Hello.
would you mind, Becky, giving them a close up of your bracelet and just a review of how you put that together?
Yes, I did my nails last night too.
Oh,
They're
cute.
Vulcan style because look, yeah, isn't that fun?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the bracelet I made. So this was inspired by one of Abby's bracelet designs from at least 15 years ago. Hers is called the Fairy Bangle, and it's a little different than this. I did a little bit different construction, but I beckified it. I made it my way. I beckified it. So I took two strands of, where is it at? Soft flex, green and white, about 2 feet of each. And I put several bees just kind of willy nilly mismatched on the two strands. And then I joined it with one right there. So it comes together. I kind of alternated between big beads and smaller beads to join the sections. And it turned out like that. Isn't that
It's
fun?
so pretty.
Yeah, so it goes around my wrist 3 times and it's fun.
I love it. And it would make a really cute necklace, too.
It would, yeah. It is just long enough to be a necklace. I
Hi,
would
Shanae.
say it's 24 inches, so it's
Yeah.
about oh yeah, it's about
That's about necklace length.
yeah. I was trying to think of numbers, words, hard. I've only had a
Hey,
couple sips
Jean.
of coffee. Hi, Jean. Um, so yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then I put a little bit of chain because it didn't quite fit how I wanted to, so I put a little bit of chain there,
Yeah.
and that's that.
Awesome.
Lots of colors and
Super pretty.
yeah.
So we're going to go back to Facecam for just a second because I wanted to explain to you the two links that I just put in the chat. So the first link that I put is to subscribe to or to try out our next monthly fun pack. When we do these streams, opening and making stuff with the current fun pack, those packs have already shipped out to subscribers. So this is like an unboxing reveal kind of stream.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. However, we do have one left
Just one.
of our watermelon monthly fun pack. So that's the second one that is the second link that's shared, and the title is Extra Monthly Fun Pack, and you'll see the thumbnail of this video,
Yes.
so you know what you're ordering.
Yes.
So just wanted to clarify that for anybody
Yeah.
who has questions. Lizzie Jean says, question, does the wire come with the pack? Nope, the wire does not come with this pack. Sometimes we include different kinds of wire in the pack, but this particular one does not come with wire. We do sell the Softflex brand wire on our website. So the wire is available for purchase, but you can do whatever you want with these beautiful beads.
Yeah. And the chain I used is not on our website because it's been discontinued. So all we have is all we have. But if you like it, message us and we can figure out how much you would like by the inch or by the foot or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to type in the best link right now to contact us if you have any questions at all. That link that I just shared in chat is the best place to reach out to us, and one of our staff members will respond to you ASAP.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get started, if you wouldn't mind liking this video, if you are watching on YouTube, heart it if you're watching on Facebook, and share it with your friends. We would appreciate it. we'll go ahead back to hand cam, and then I think Becky and I are going to switch places so I can talk about my project for a minute that I started last night.
Do your partner.
Yeah. Alrighty. So this is the project that I started last night. I took one of the little Javanese resin pieces and I basically took some wire and strung little arches of these seed beads underneath it. I have not put these little flat back crystals on yet. So I wanted to share with you my techniques for how to do that.
Will you have my coffee, please?
I will hand you your coffee.
I need coffee.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'll hand you your little coaster too.
Yes.
Alrighty. I am going to take a second to just mess with this lighting real quick just because we have a lot going on here and I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So hopefully that is a little bit better. Seatbelts on, everybody. Can I have that triangle tray?
Yes.
Since I'm working with glue, my first tip for you is to clear everything out of the way that you're not going to need per se for your project, because it would be, I mean, you can get creative and glue other stuff on there, and sometimes there are happy accidents with glue, but I just want to clear all these guys out of my way so that nothing falls into the glue. So the other thing that I would recommend doing is, for longevity, you can prep your work surface. Anytime you're using adhesives, you want to make sure that your surface that you're working with is clean. So like if you have an alcohol wipe or something like that, you can wipe across it, especially for like smooth surfaces. That's really important because adhesives will stick less to a smooth surface than they will to a matte surface. I'm lucky here because I've got a matte surface to work on. So there are lots of different glues and there are lots of different techniques, but I'm going to share with you my favorite way today. So I have just a paper plate here. I'm going to come up just a little bit so you can see my process. And then I've got my favorite glue here, which is E6000. Now, Becky's going to share a link to E6000 in chat for you. One thing that I did want to mention is that if your E6000 tube has been squished, if it's wrinkly looking before you even open it, one thing that you want to watch for is that when you open it, the glue might already start to ooze out. So be ready for that, especially with these metal tubes. There is the chance that the glue is just going to want to just start oozing. We sell these small tubes of E6000 only, and that is for a reason. We used to sell big tubes of E6000 and we would have people bring them back in all the time and say, hey, this glue dried immediately and I've only used it once. It's like, well, yeah, because it's been opened and air can get to it. So what a lot of people do, unless they're doing very big projects using E6000 regularly, like multiple times a day, a lot of people just stock up on the mini tubes because they're less likely to dry out. They're more likely to keep. So I'm going to use this little point here on the end of my cap.
That's my favorite part.
See, did you see it just shoot out already?
Oozed out.
So I'm just going to put the smallest amount here. And I am squeezing the metal tube, but just a little bit, not very much, because once you squeeze it, like I said, it's just going to keep wanting to come out. So it's important to put the cap back on. And now we're ready. So I am probably not going to work on white just because it throws off the lighting. White does funny things to the camera, but I am just going to have this plate off over to the side so that I can work my glue, or so that I can access my glue. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that I'm going to be using a jewel setter tool today. You can use tweezers, you can use beeswax on a stick, you can use popsicle sticks, whatever you want. Some people even use chopsticks. I think that's pretty cool. I don't have the chopstick skills to be able to work with tiny things like this, but I know people do it. So the jewel setter is pretty neat. Basically, what it does is it has like a sticky end on one side that allows you to pick up the rhinestones or the crystals or whatever you're using. and then it has like a pointy end on the other side so that you can place them into the right spot. So let me open my jewel setter here. This is one of those tools where you want to keep the packaging so that when you're done using your jewel setter, you can put it back in the packaging and it doesn't get dirty.
For sure. And I just add that link to the chat too.
Thanks, Becky.
Yeah.
All right. So working on a hard surface is usually recommended for things like this because you're able to kind of push in, but I'm not going to move everything around today. Just know that if you're having trouble picking up your gems, work on a hard surface. So look how easy that was. I just picked it up. Now, I probably would use a toothpick or the other end of my jewel setter tool to apply the glue to where I want to put my little dab. But I'm going to try it the way that a lot of people do it today, which is just to kind of dip it in. Oh, no, my glue's too sticky. Well, I tried it. Now I know.
Yes, it is kind of like a diamond dot tool. Yeah.
Let's see if I can pick it back up.
Bigger, so
Yeah.
it grabs all kinds of stuff.
No, that's not going to work well. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the real messy way that I normally do it then. I was going to try and do it the professional way. So what I'll do is I'll use the back end of my jewel setter tool and I'll pick up a little dab of glue like this.
Smart.
Thank you. If there's like hairs on it, I try to like poke them back on so that it doesn't
make glue hairs. I thought you were talking about cat hairs.
Oh, no.
We both have multiple cats.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to add my glue right where I need it. And sometimes what I like to do is just twist the tool. I'm going to bring you back in. I was going to lift you up, but I am going to bring you back in for this. So I twist the tool to make sure I get all that glue off of there. And then what I'll do is
use the sticky end.
I'll use the sticky end to pick up my rhinestone, my crystal, and it works better if you don't already have glue on it. Give me just a second.
About the rhinestone cowboy, was that a song?
Oh my!
Like the rhinestone cowboy.
So then you can just place it right on, and I just get glue all over my fingers all the time, but I like to just take any of the excess glue off of the pokey side, and then I kind of squish this into place so that it's centered, and then I give it a press down. Sometimes I do it with the stick. If I don't have too much glue on it, if I do have too much glue on it, I'll do it with my fingers so that I can control it a little better. And there we go.
One little lonely seed.
One little lonely seed.
He's going to have some friends really soon.
Yep. So then I'll pick up another bit of glue there. And I will...
It'll be a seed party.
Twist it into the spot I need it to be. And the goal is to use just a small amount of glue, but enough to hold your stone.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to pick that little guy up and place him down. And you can either use your finger to smush it right into the right spot, or like I said, you can use I wouldn't use anything wet, but you can use like a paper towel or a dry wipe to get the excess glue off. And you can use this to poke it to exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that a couple more times.
Looks like a face with a crooked smile.
It does, yeah. And the glue, the E6000 glue has about a 15 to 30 minute working time. Depending on how fresh your glue is and depending on like the humidity in your area, how much you've worked with it as you've like squirted it out of the tube.
Hey, Abby, we just had a bunch more people join us. Let's say
hello.
hello and remind them what we're doing today.
Sure. Why don't you do that while I keep working on this because I need to use my brain to focus.
Sure. So every month we have a what's called a monthly fun pack, and it is a subscription service, but you don't have to subscribe. You can get just one of them. If you choose to get just one of them, it is $35, and if you subscribe, they are $30 a month. So this is from the fun pack that we had just mailed out, so the people who have subscribed already have this. There's no spoilers. And we're making stuff from it. Last night I made a rat bracelet, and Abby started making this watermelon slice pendant, and now she is finishing it.
I
We
am.
do have one more fun pack of this theme on our website. I'll find that link for you again. If you're interested in buying that, there's just one more. Sometimes we have a couple extra, but not always. So let me find that link for you.
So while Becky does that, I did want to explain what I'm doing. So I unfortunately used too much glue on my last crystal. You guys might have been able to see that the amount of glue that I used was more than what I did on the previous ones. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking some tweezers and I'm just using them to kind of clean up any extra glue. I like using these knotting tweezers here. I think that they work well because you can kind of go along the outside and then like pinch any of the extra little glue boogers that get made. But you want to do this as soon as possible. Don't let it dry because then when you try and peel it off, you're going to peel the whole crystal off. So do it while it's still wet and then you'll be all right. So glue is easy when you use the right amount, but there's always ways to go in and fix it, especially with gummy glues like this. Let me turn that light off. You can go in and peel any of those extra glue boogers off. Now, let's say I was gluing on fabric. Obviously, this would be a much bigger deal if I glued too much or if I used too much glue. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even on camera. But a hard surface, even a matte surface like this, while the glue is still wet, you have time to correct things with E6000. That's not possible with all glues, but with E6000 it is possible. So I'm going to get a little bit more glue out just because my glue on my plate is getting a little bit dry. So just to show you just the smallest bit here will do for the last two crystals. There we go. And then remember to put that back on, or the lid back on. And then use a toothpick or your the end of your jewel setter tool to
Yes, Stacy. Glue boogers. Yes. Hi, Stacy.
use the end of your jewel setter tool to apply. And then you see I'm rotating the tool. My glue is a little stringy. Oh, thanks, Becky. My glue is a little stringy, so I pull up and twist, and then I kind of pat down any of those extra strings. So then I'm going to pick up my jewel. Easy as just tapping it with the jewel setter. And then I'll place it right on. There we go.
Viola.
And then one more time. And work with that little hair to get it out of the way. And so I'm just twisting to ensure that I don't have big glue hairs. And then use the other side of the jewel setter tool to pick it up and place it.
Oh, so cute. I love it.
And then we still have working time. So like, let's say that I didn't like how this one was down a little bit from this one. You could just very gently push it up either with your fingers or with the glue or with the jewel setter tool. Keep in mind that you do want to clean this off and make sure that this end of it does not get set down on, like, let's say a mat that has fuzz on it, or if you work on felt. Some people work on felt. I recommend not putting this down on felt because it will pick up any of that stuff and it will make it so that you can't use it next time. So then make sure all the glue is off of it before you put it back. Then you put it back in your casing and it's ready for you for the next time.
Sometimes I'll rest it on a pencil or something I have nearby just so that the sticky side isn't touching anything.
That's a good idea. When I wasn't working with it, I was putting it on the disposable plate. But it's cool. It has this little paddle, so it stops it from rolling, so you don't have to worry about it rolling in your glue.
They thought of everything.
They did. It's a great tool. So now we have this cute little beaded watermelon slice, and we will let this cure for 1 full day. The glue will set in about a half hour. We're probably already, 15 minutes into having the glue open?
I don't know.
So we have about another 15 minutes to go until the glue is set. You can move it around a little bit after it's set, but you don't want to wear it until after the 24 hours. Yeah. All right. Becky, do you think that now is a good time for us to switch back? Or do you want me to show my earring idea, or do you want to show your idea?
You can do your earrings, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yesterday I had shared with you guys that I had kind of started working on an earring project with these seed beads. They're not actually seed beads, but they look like seeds.
We have more friends. Words are hard. We have more friends that just joined us. Hello, everybody.
Hello. So it was really hard for me to wait to make a pair of earrings until these streams, but I wanted to get your opinion on the placement for these beads. I do want them to be mismatched like this, and I had the idea to either, was it this way? No, it was the other way. To either mismatch them like this, or to mismatch them like this. I think this is my favorite position. Or just have them like top like that. I think that's pretty cute too.
Jean wants to know if you're using the tubing for the necklace.
Yes, that is the plan. However, this will need to sit for 24 hours to cure. So I won't be able to get that necklace done today. I thought that it was probably more valuable information to show you guys how the gluing is done. We had a couple people ask about that. Yeah. But we do have lots of tutorials with the jewelry tube on our YouTube channel, and we've done it in previous lives. Yeah. And then we'll share pictures of the creations when we're done in our Facebook group.
It's called the Bead Place Facebook group.
Yes. Also, not next week, but the week after, Becky will be sharing with you her
that's right.
necklace tutorial, which is the same exact techniques. Yeah. So that'll be not this next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after at 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah, I'll be demonstrating that.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? Do we like it like this? I think I'm going to narrow it down. Do we like the beads on top or in the middle?
Let's see some suggestions.
I like
pink on the top or in the middle.
I like it like this, I think.
And I like them in the middle.
Of course you do.
But that's just me. Or move one of those to the bottom.
Yeah, I liked this.
Yes.
But then I thought, like, with long hair, it would be hard to see this one at the top. And it'd be like, oh, there's no bead on the bottom. So I thought either both on top.
And see, I wouldn't worry about that. That just gives the people the opportunity to like really look at it more like, oh, the other one's like that.
I don't want people all up in my face like that whenever I wear it, Becky.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just me. I like attention.
I don't know. I think I like it in the middle now. Like this.
Yeah. I like it like that.
I gotta keep looking at it in different ways.
I don't see suggestions in the chat. I know there's a delay, but let's see some suggestions, ideas on where to put the pink.
I like it like this. There. I think I'm gonna rock with it like this. All
and
right.
then are you thinking about putting just a little bitty green crystal on either end to make it look more finished, or do you like it like that?
I kind of like it the way it is. I didn't want to introduce another color to
Don't
it.
Distract from that, yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. That's cute too. That little green at the bottom.
Jenny likes it in the middle.
Yeah. I don't know. That's cute. Do we like the green? If I do green, I feel like I have to do green on top and bottom. And then it's like a whole new thing. It becomes a lot more like modern looking. Maybe at the top.
You do you.
No, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a little pink one at the bottom.
Whenever I plan stuff out ahead of time, I always like start off doing that, but like midway through it changes.
Yeah.
So I usually just tend to just make it up as I go along.
I did want to show this little pairing of beads here before I go grab findings for these
That'd be a cute
earrings.
necklace center.
Look at how cute the little watermelon ones look next to one another, like the big table finish or table cut fire polish round with those guys.
You're not gonna believe this. I went out and bought watermelon last night on the way home.
Did you
I did, because we were talking about watermelon and the beads look like watermelon. I want some
Yeah.
watermelon. And it's so good this time of year.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Becky, do you want to talk about your idea while I go grab findings for my earrings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my idea for my earrings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'll switch.
Let me move over here for a minute.
What do you have here? Can I use what you have?
Those are ear wires.
Oh, so I need head pins and stuff.
A plethora of ear wires. Yeah, so my idea for earrings is I would take probably the green soft flex, but maybe the white. I don't know. Because it's gonna match the bracelet I made last night. And I was gonna, expose the wire like the bracelet has, exposed wire. But these at the bottom make like a loop. So there'd be a loopy hanging off of an ear wire. So there's the bottoms. Then, I don't know, like a couple on each side coming up, just something like that. Maybe a couple crystals in here. But yeah, just kind of this and that. Maybe not even that many, because we're going to have exposed wire. So yeah, just a couple here and there. And yeah. And if you wanted to suspend a couple of them, you can put a crimp on your wire, like a decoration. It is fashion, not function. And it'll, you know what I'm saying? It'll keep it floating around. Anyway, so that's my idea. I don't think I'm gonna get it done on stream today, but I will do it soon, and I will post it in our Facebook group, the Bead Place Facebook group, and that'll be a funky little pair of earrings.
Is that long enough? Oh,
barely.
I could one-step looper it, and they're lightweight, so
you could, and we have one right here.
Oh, we do, yeah. Why don't
we keep on showing off tools?
Whoa. Ooh, you okay?
No.
You're good.
Yes.
Alrighty, so
my balance. I'm a clumsy girl.
well, we've got all kinds of wires and stuff all over the place, so it's easy to get caught up. All right. So we've got.
I was going to mention real fast. You said the one-step looper.
Yeah.
I was meaning to ask you guys: would you enjoy a stream of us showing off our favorite tools?
Yes.
I think it's it'd be good. People can see our favorite tools and why we like them. Maybe we use them a little bit differently than they would, and we can learn from each other.
Yeah.
Does that sound fun, guys?
Alrighty. This is strung on a black head pin. I've got my one-step looper here, which Becky's going to link in chat for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my thumb is on the bottom of my work. I'm going to put my looper or put my pin through my looper. And normally I would have it exit the back of the looper, like where that hole is over here. However, my pin is just a little bit too short for that. So I'm hoping, yep, we're fine. Just the right size. So then it makes a loop. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I got to figure out what kind of ear wire. Oh, this one. No, it's the same. Okay. So then we're going to do that. And then there we go. We got a loop.
Yay.
They're the same size. And I will find some ear wires. I don't know. I wear clip-ons. I don't have earlobe piercings. But I'll figure out what kind of clip-on I want to do. I don't know. They're pretty cute.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
I like them.
Well, let's see.
We're at 12:33.
What was I want to hear your idea about the earrings, because I didn't.
Yeah, so they're going to match the bracelet I made, the rat bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to string them on the soft flex and leave some of the wire exposed,
Cool, like a
like a loop.
teardrop loop.
Yeah, a loop exactly, and then attach that to a ear wire.
Neat.
Yeah, and I was saying how if you wanted to, you can also put a crimp midway up your wire, and then put a couple more beads on top of it so that they look like they're floating. Midway.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's darling. Would you want to cut a piece of wire and kind
Yeah.
of demonstrate
Uh-huh.
that real quick while
Yeah.
I find ear wires?
Yeah, I can make at least one of these earrings.
I don't mean to twist your arm, but I feel like since we have extra time.
Yeah. No, it's a fun idea. Let's see.
There's a soft flex cutter if that's what you're looking
Yes.
for.
I think I'm gonna use the green wire rather than the white wire.
You could do one of each.
Oh, Abby, yes. Yes, I will do one of each. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to cut off, let's see, I want them to be about this big ish.
So cut off way more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we like silver or copper for my clip-on earrings?
I think it's a dark silver.
I thought so too. I grabbed the copper first and then I was like, wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Green. Here we are. And I'm going to cut the same length of the green. But like with anything else, it's easy to make one. It's easy to make two. The challenge is to get the two to look the same. So we're going to do this together, friends.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Okay. So I will do this one. And let me find some crimps. Here we go.
Heather says gunmetal. I think so
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay. So I'm going to use the green one or the white one. And I'm going to start in the center and work out. So this one. And like last night, I'm going to hold it like this while I put my stuff on so I can see what is on there. There we go. Well, they're just going to crisscross. Excuse me.
Today's the day of mismatched earrings.
Today is the day of mismatched earrings. Yeah. So let me find beads that I have 4 of.
I did want to take a second to thank you guys for all of your orders yesterday. That was incredible. Like we were texting each other like, oh my gosh. Like our staff at home has like the systems that they can access to work from home, and so we get like push notifications of like insights and analytics and stuff.
I know when you order things at 3 a.m.
So it was just very exciting. So thank you guys. And if you guys are like, well, what happened yesterday? Not only did we have the first part of this stream, but we also joined Softflex Company to do a little kit preview for the Great Bead Extravaganza Midsummer Market coming up next weekend.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to link our kit that we launched yesterday afternoon. They are going quick. So thank you guys. I really did not expect that.
We don't have 4 of those.
Well, that can be mismatched.
Yeah, I said I was going to do it all willy-nilly, didn't I? Okay. Well, maybe a bit less willy and a little bit less nilly. There we go. And I want to put some pink on here too, but not those pinks. How about this pink?
Oh, I hope they're not unhappy. Oh, well.
Somebody thought we were open already, but we are not. We open at 1 p.m. Central.
Yeah, we have shorter store floor hours than what would be considered traditional for a business.
Because
as
we do a lot
are
of our business online.
primarily an online retailer and wholesaler
Yeah.
at this point in our business. Let's look at inventory. I'm gonna give you guys an update on like what colors we're low on already for the kit that just launched yesterday. It looks like the ones that were like dangerously low on, not dangerously low, but like very low on already are the brown and bronze.
Oh.
And-
Oh, I dropped all my earring stuff.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
not the
dun.
main piece, so we're good.
And then this one, the turquoise, green, and brown. What else are we super low on? We have, looks like just over 10 left of each of those colors.
Yeah. You should make a project that's called hotcakes so that we can say it's selling like hotcakes. I just want to be able to say that.
The other two really popular colors that will go quick are the red and gray. We only have 20 of those left. And then the purple and gray. Sorry, Becky. The purple and gray. We only have 20 of those left.
Yeah. So for those of you wondering, yes, I'm always like this.
What are you always like?
A little bit of a smarty pants, a little bit of a just thoughts coming out of nowhere.
Oh, well, that's fun. Oh,
Yeah.
the orange and black iris, even though we didn't have a sample made up, that one's
Oh,
getting
cool.
love too.
Cool.
That's neat.
Okay, so the centerpiece is down here, and I'm going to put this crimp right about there, leaving almost a half inch between the beads and yes, the crimp. Yeah.
Sue says, I'd like to make a request for a tool demo, knotting tweezers. I struggle with the knotting tool and would love to try another method for making knotted jewelry. Yeah.
Where'd it go? Come back.
We do have a full video on that, Sue, and I will find it and link it in chat for you. But yeah, anytime you'd like to see an in-person demo of it, just stop by the shop. And if the store floor is not busy, we can help you with that. Or if you want to make an appointment for a class, we can do that. But yeah, we can definitely show that on a stream with the tool demo. Sue says, I missed the live with Softlex. Is it on YouTube? Yes, it is on the Great Bead Extravaganza's YouTube channel as well as my YouTube channel. So I know that you're watching on Facebook right now, but if you go to my YouTube channel, it'll be there.
Her channel is Abby Berta,
Yeah.
ABBIBERTA.
That's me. Heather says more limey green too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think this idea is failing.
Why?
It's not.
Oh, if you're crimping with only one wire, you crimp it all the way around and then you smash it with the front of it because that's size for 2 wires to go through it.
Yeah. Yeah. You smash it with the front of it. What?
Mm-hmm. So that it smashes flat.
Oh, okay.
That's what holds it
Yes.
in place.
Yes, I see. Yeah.
Heather says, always love your kits. Thank you.
That's almost good by itself there. We almost got it. But
Lizzie Jean says, carrots. Use the carrot earring. Those little coral colored spikes. Heather says, ooh, must go shopping. That's got my name on it. And Jenny says, wish I lived closer. Going to an in-person class sounds like a great deal of fun. It is fun. You should come visit.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find that video for you, Sue. And then that might get you all the info you need to know. But if it is giving you some trouble, we're happy to help.
Yeah. Okay. So
let's see where it is. How to knot pearls with the bead place 11 years ago.
there you go.
There we go. There it is. Oh, the video quality is terrible. I still have that tank top that I'm wearing in that.
You've evolved quite a bit since then.
Yeah.
Your online presence. There we go. Okay, so that is free floating in the center. And then I'm going to put a couple beads on top of those crimps. so that they appear to be floating.
Oh, that's so weird. Somebody was filming over my shoulder as I did it. I don't know who was filming that.
Before you had a tripod.
Yeah.
Probably Carolyn.
Probably Carolyn. Yeah, you're right.
I'm guessing Carolyn.
That's funny.
Yeah. Let's see. And then I'm gonna put a red one on there. Where's red? Red.
That was before I knew how to edit videos, so that was like all one shot.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been on YouTube almost as long as YouTube's been on YouTube.
I think over 15 years.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. So we've got this. Let me see if I can get my fingers out of the way.
Have to be over 15 years. Time flies.
Yeah.
That's
when did
super
YouTube
cute.
start? Like
When
2000?
did YouTube come out?
Like 98, 99, 2000?
2005.
Oh, later than I thought.
The month before the Bee Place opened.
Okay.
Oh no, the first video was uploaded to YouTube April 23rd, 2005. So the Bee Place is older than YouTube. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
2005.
Yeah.
Huh. My daughter's born in 2003. Huh.
Isn't that weird?
My daughter's older than YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube's a lot newer than I thought. Huh. Okay, so I have a crimp and I put both the wires this way through it, and then I'm bringing one back down through it so that I will have a place to hook my ear wire, and it'll look better after I crimp this and get my stray wires out of the way.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I think so too. And then I'll make the other one. But first, coffee. Coffee.
I'm not handing you your coaster.
It's all wet.
It's just a wet paper towel now.
Yeah. I should knit myself a coaster to leave here.
There were plenty of knitted coasters before we moved, and I don't know where they went. Did I send them home with you?
I don't know. I have a woven coaster at home I could bring. I think Sadie actually did it on the loom.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank
Sadie used
you
to be super into the
to
loom.
those of you who are placing orders with us right now.
Okay, so both went this way. One came back down that way. And I'm going to cut off my tails. But not the rest of it.
My tail.
It's so easy to cut off the rest of it. Your
Yeah, but
tail.
don't do it.
Is your tail injured?
Ow, my tail.
Oh, that's what the wire is saying. Always cover your wire. There you go. And there's an earring. What are you laughing at? Always cover your wire.
No.
There you go.
How much of a fool I am.
Oh. We're all kind of
So cute.
silly around here.
All right, let's do a review. I just made these little earrings. I'm going to put them on in just a minute. Becky just made that cute little earring.
I'm going to find an ear wire for it.
This little pendant is drying that we started last night and finished today.
I love the funky watermelon.
Thank you. And then the piece de la resistance. I'm very French.
I feel like I
I
should
speak
do a
French
toast.
fluently. Did you guys know that? Not the kind of French they speak in France. The kind of French they speak over here.
Senses you'll only hear at the bead place.
When people say "pardon my French," that kind of French.
We need to start writing these things down. All the time we're like, oh, sentences you'd only hear at the bead place. We should write a book. Yeah.
I feel like you might be able to hear that in other places too. Depends on where you hang out.
Depends on where you hang out. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Heather. I appreciate it. Ooh, parlez-vous. I don't know what that means. That's not the kind of French that I speak.
Bad Romance by Lady Gaga is one of the songs that I listen to on repeat these days. And she has one line in there, well, actually two lines, that is, I believe it's French.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to learn what it is so I can sing along with the whole song, but I don't know those two lines.
Just look up the lyrics and then run them through Google Translate.
Well, I know what she's saying in English, but I just can't remember how to pronounce the French. So it's just a matter of like listening to it over and over to get, yeah.
Okay. Hi, Susanna. Thank you.
Green, green, green.
Becky, you gotta wrap it up, my friend. We are over on time.
Okay, well, let's go back to face cam and I will finish these
Okay.
a little bit later.
Hi. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for hanging out with us today.
We will see you Saturday for the
Ava Motherwell
Ava
show.
Motherwell collection show.
So excited about that.
I am gonna why don't you tell them about that real quick and I'll link the Ava's Picks boxes.
Yeah, so Ava Motherwell is a worldwide known bead guru. Is that an accurate description?
Maybe.
Yeah.
She's a like bead collector and seller and show promoter.
Yeah.
She runs the whole bead show, which is a big bead show. Well, she is doing a nationwide tour where she's stopping at some special spots along the way.
And we're one of those special spots.
We are a special spot. So you
Yeah.
can come here this Saturday to shop picks from Ava's collections.
What kind of stuff does she have?
A lot of beautiful vintage and vintage reproduction, German glass and lucite beads, specialty costume jewelry pieces and components, beautiful buttons, like those awesome old German glass buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. If you are not able to make it on Saturday, we just posted in chat that Ava's Picks mystery boxes. You can get a $25 box of like personally curated components, beads, findings, stuff from Ava's Picks. And you can let us know your favorite colors. A lot of you have already kind of like hacked the system to get more variety by ordering multiple boxes. So we do recommend that. If you want a lot of variety and you're not able to shop in person, those boxes are great. And we are thankful to Ava that she will be allowing us to offer that to you guys.
Yeah.
So, yes. So we'll see you Saturday for that. And then we'll see you next Wednesday for, new stuff review. Well, not even review. It's like new stuff launch.
Yeah.
Because you guys haven't seen it yet.
A lot of new stuff.
A lot of new stuff next Wednesday. And then that Friday is the Great Bead Extravaganza preview party. And then our presentation is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
10:30 a.m. Central. Right.
Yeah. Ooh, you're good. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.